Wow.
Momentum's a funny thing, isn't it? When it's going your way, you find those runs very easily, and then all of a sudden you have one quiet over and that momentum's lost.
11 boys, go! No runs, come on lads, come on!
The last delivery. We've not seen a run come in all of the last over. And then now 5 deliveries in this one.
This is better. Long batting lineup. Got to take some risks inside this power play.
Just enough. Over the offside, Mahatso was right on the edge of the circle, but Zabe hits with the spin this time and makes it back-to-back boundaries.
Lovely shot, wasn't it? Little use of the feet, not quite at the pitch, but doesn't force it, just times it.
This won't be a boundary, but remarkable. As that'll be 4 more, the third of the over. Thacker maybe being asked to bowl one too many in the power play.
This is clever. This is very clever by Binod Bandari. Understands where the field is. There's a man at square leg, just in front of square. And he knows if he can beat that man at short fine leg, he'll have 4.
And this time goes finer because the man has come square. Doesn't quite get it as to start to the tournament. 11 wickets in total. Has just proved a little expensive in the last couple of games. Won't get the second this time. Same score, believe it or not, HD. I know they were chasing in that qualifier 1, but exactly 48 for none in the power play, the Royals.
Maybe that's what they were doing in overs 4 and 5. They decided, well, we want to be in a similar position to what we were in the qualifier because we won. Just talking about those the spectators, the fans. There's some landlords with buildings outside of this ground that could make some serious money in renting out space.
Unbelievable, truly unbelievable. Wouldn't be surprised if a few of those advertising. I can only describe it as ludicrous the last 48 hours, H. Not many people have my number here in Nepal, and I was still getting spammed. Anyone who has a local number, I can only imagine what it was like for Paras Khadka. Requests for tickets, for passes. Gets it a good way in front to square and will get 4. Don't think it's gone all the way. I think it's one bounce. It's a stylish pull stroke from a very stylish cricketer, Saif Zabe.
Just going to have a little look-see here to see if it's gone all the way. Now, I think that Saif Zabe for me has been one of the surprise packages. That's going to be 4. In that he's been really good with him with the ball, played a beautiful innings of 90 earlier on in the competition. Not one of the names that you see around the world in the various franchise leagues, but I think this might put him up in headlights.
It's a good decision for me. He stepped inside the line of the ball. That would have clattered into his shoulder if not. Have to give the bowlers some leeway. 7 times over. And quite simply, for a first season of a league, I've never seen the like of it.
Well, a quite staggering statistic is one that, didn't it take something like less than a minute for it to sell out?
400 VIP seats that hadn't been sold yet, which were I think the 800 rupee ones rather than the basic 300 rupee tickets, as Sharmal is going to come into the attack. They released them and they sold in under a minute. Unbelievable. And yeah, that was just by freeing up another section that during the double header games they couldn't use because of the PMOA access that was required. No one at short fine leg, so it's a very safe shot for at least 1. Bandari thinks of the second, but rightly sends Saif Zabe back. You add to that the fact that there's millions, and I mean millions, watching here in Nepal, and then millions down in India too. An extraordinary success. I met a family who've flown from Australia. Might have been a third. It was a strange game, wasn't it? The virtual semi-final between the Bolts and the Yaks. I don't think either side played well, and some Bolts fans may be upset with me because they'll say, hold on, we won the game, but there were so many errors, too many errors from both sides. Great innovation. It's the full switch hit, completely changes his stance. Not the power switch hit, but gets enough of it to get 4 more.
The perfect start here for the Royals. Both batters looking to get on with it. He's an all-round player, isn't he? He scores. We've seen him go down the ground. We've seen him go over mid-on. We've seen him go over extra cover. He's swept well. Now he's got the reverse sweep. He's got the game.
As a consequence, the fields had to change. Brought another man across. I've said it for the majority of the tournament. I think in 2 of the games he took them. Here we are. Just wonder, was it an edge? I was certain it was at first. It's the googly. It's brilliantly bowled. Maybe not.
No, don't think so. I think Mohammad Mohsin thought it had bowled him, gone over the top of the stumps and hit the fingertips of Malanta.
Was kind of 2 noises though. I think just purely maybe because the bat is come so close to the keeper's gloves. By the way, it was a tardy piece of glove work. It's given as byes, so the umpire didn't think there was an edge either.
Just going back to those numbers, I mentioned another man in yellow, Harmeet Singh, who's going to play a critical part today, particularly you would think against Jimmy Nishu. Left arm spin against the left-hander. Great shot. That is a great shot. I'm really struggling to complete my Stormy here, but he's got an economy rate of under 4. What about this for a stroke?
Yeah, superb. And if you want an exhibition and a demonstration as to A, how to play straight, and B, why it's the best part of the ground to target, that is it. Now he goes over his shoulder. Ah, this is quite brilliant from Saif Zaib. It's not quite going to be back-to-back boundaries, but it will be 3 more to the total. As Malanta could have taken the stumps off. His teammates need to give him a shout. I don't think they can hear each other out there. Such is the cacophony of noise. We will have a check on the boundary, but I think it was clean.
Easy. No problem. Having a look at...
Bandari now, because Zaib seems to have switched gears quite significantly. The last 5 overs have gone for 60. He's happy to nudge it around and say, Zaib, keep doing what you do.
Just bear in mind here that they've actually scored 92 in 7.5 overs. Because there were 2 maidens that just extra...
Will be popping the champagne with the trophy in their hand. A very good afternoon once again, Monali Patel.
Very good afternoon indeed, Mikhail. And that trophy's quite epic. I love that it's got a piece of the Himalayas on it. Very fitting for the Nepal Premier League. And my goodness, have they come out in numbers today. The Royals fans will be happy. 97 for none at the halfway point. And this has been an exceptional half century from Saif Zaib. Part of 7 fours and 2 sixes. He started a bit slow, but once he got going, there was absolutely no stopping him. Bang, as often as he could. And he has played all around. They're making very easy work of this, the Royals.
Well, goes to show how good a surface as well. Backed himself, gave the charge, presented the full face of the bat. A bit of inside-out cricket over here. Wide of the fielder at long off. 1 bounce towards Hamrojeet. Careful, Jeet. It's raining runs. We've seen 9 fours, 5 sixes already within the first 11 overs. And why would you want to do that, Monali?
Well, you're batting so well, and then you try to bring out the switch hit. We see this so often. Batters are going well, they're striking the ball down the ground, and then they pull out that shot and they're gone. And what a partnership this is turning out to be. 109 now. It's the largest partnership for the Royals. And this is, what a time they've brought this out. In the finals, you couldn't have asked for a better way to start the finals.
You have to save your best for the last, they say. And what an occasion to come good as an opening batting pair. Look at that partnership, 10 wickets in hand. And what a...
for cricket, but that's always been for the national team. You think of March 16th, May 1st, May 2nd last year. This is for domestic cricket here in Nepal. Did you truly believe it could be this successful?
It has gone beyond our expectations, honestly, and also the love for the game. I can proudly say that now cricket has reached the grassroots in terms of viewership and ownership. Each region is being represented and everyone's in it for their own team. That's the kind of support that...
Hammered away, fielder out there, not quite going to get there. There's something happening every ball here, Faris.
See now, I mean, it's 11.4, and with 10 wickets in hand, you expect fireworks every single ball. See, the kind of reception that the people have taken up to this league and to the ownership of the teams has been simply phenomenal, and hopefully with the kind of expectations that we have been able to generate from year one, in the coming years with a better infrastructure stadium, maybe cricket under floodlights, I'm speechless.
Can I ask you about the years to come? I know you can't even really probably think about that just yet, but maybe not just here in Kathmandu. Is there a future where the Nepal Premier League expands outside of the valley?
Absolutely. There have been a lot of investments that are coming in various places inside the country. In 3-4 years, we could go do a home and away matches between. We may not have 8 grounds and stadiums straight away, but even if it comes down to 3 or 4 stadiums come 3rd, 4th year, it'll set a benchmark for what cricket is and what sport can do to a country. And we can see for a fact that the country is united by one sport, everybody under an umbrella. And Cricket Association Nepal is trying its best to, decentralize this sport. So I hope in the coming years we can go all over the country.
Hammered down to long on, taken. The first wicket finally falls. Saib's gone for 69 up to the commentary box.
Here finally a break here for the Janakpur bowls, and Zeb after a very fine innings departs as Kishore Mahato strikes. Much needed wicket here for the bowls. They've been playing catch up, they've been on the back foot, they've been quiet. Gets off the mark as well. And what a lovely chat with the Secretary of the Cricket Association of Nepal, Paras Khatka. He should pride over this moment, Monali. He can savor it. It's been a very, very successful and a runaway hit across the global cricketing globe.
It's been quite a standout here in Nepal Premier League, and he really is an anchor to all of that. Got Brandon McMullen out in the middle, a best of 53. He's got 187 runs so far, not a bad strike rate. But these two batters are now practically starting from 0. And Lalit Rajabanshi, who's been so consistent so far for the bowls, gets a breakthrough. 1 for 5 in his 2.4 overs. He has bowled well today, Rajabanshi.
All through the tournament, should I say. Nicely using the pace. Good fielding as well. Both the batters are off the mark.
Saif Ali Zaib, a little bit earlier, tried to go down the ground, didn't get the distance, and a very well judged catch. And look who it is taking the catch, Lalit Rajabanshi. He's played a good hand so far in this game. 1 wicket, 1 catch, and he's held down that one end. Just the 6 runs coming off of his spell so far. Don't click when you don't get your batters to transition from those starts to get the bigger scores. It's hard. It's really hard for your bowlers. This, the 2nd wicket of Binod Bhandari. Lalit Rajabanshi bowls a gem. Binod Bhandari tries to go deep in his crease. It's right through the gap.
Yeah, he kept it slower through the air this time, just closing the face of the bat. Binod Bhandari playing all over it. Yeah, but he's done his job. What a partnership, 117. Yeah, just picks it between mid-wicket and long gone.
Those are some scary projected scores from a Bolts perspective. Especially when the batting's not clicked.
Yeah, from the Bolts perspective, it's scary. What about the Royals' perspective, Monali?
See, the Royals have come in with so much confidence here, and why not? They've picked up win after win. They've come in so consistently with bat and ball in every single game, and they've dominated. So you would feel that they're coming in with a sense of confidence. They're playing with that sense of confidence. I mean, you don't have a start the way they have here if you're not confident of the way you are playing.
Absolutely. What a view. Wow. Sight to behold. All this breathtaking as well.
Picks up a wicket to his name.
That was short and wide. He sliced this one. Had 4 written all over. What a very good catch. Not easy. Sher Malla there. He had to time the jump to perfection. And he had to catch it ahead of him. Harmeet departs for 14.
Forces the fumble, forces the error. He wants a third, but McMullen has ended up on his backside. You cannot take your eyes off the entire playing oval when he's out there.
Well, from a fielding perspective, the first job is to get to the ball as quickly as possible. The next job is to get it clean in the hands. But while he's running between the wickets, the outfielder often just looks up a little bit and then up, and the fumble is more than enough for him to get through for 2.
Iree wants 2 again here, but McMullen says no. There's a wiggle, not just between these two sides, going around social media as El Clasico, but between these two men, Iree and Neesham. Remember, when Iree dismissed him in the group stages, out came the somersault, and I can promise you, I'm not going to call Jimmy Neesham an elephant, but he's not forgotten that. Well, as we heard from Paris Kadkar, thanks to all our sponsors, including Ultraviolet. That's the F77, imagined at the intersection of design and technology. Really beautiful bike. I was on the back of one of those this morning. Only way to get here when the traffic's as heavy as it is.
Sent in, all out attack.
He gets off the mark immediately. This was a good piece of bowling, wasn't it, from Jimmy Neesham, the final ball of the previous over. Just the one bail it kissed.
Yeah, hard length. Hard length. Sometimes the old test length is still the best. Not all the time, though, because you can disappear over mid-wicket. But on that occasion, perfect.
Shot you don't see too often from Dipender Singh Iree, purely because of where the fielders are. I've no doubt that Iree wants 3. He's almost willing Kuggeleijn to come with him, and he does just about get there. As Sher Malla holds his arm after the throw.
It's a shot that can be utilised just to manipulate the field to the way you want it to be set as a batter. So you play the little lap. Now what inevitably happens is they can bring the deep square leg finer, or they move someone across from the offside into that position at short 45, and it just opens up another scoring area for you.
Neesham wants his wicket. Hammered away, but protection out there, well placed, deep backward point.
It is quite difficult now, isn't it, for the square leg umpire, because they don't stand in line with that popping crease anymore because of the run out camera. Years and years ago they used to stand directly in line, and they would have to make that decision. Now they've almost got to get out of the path, so when there is an appeal you can almost understand them going upstairs.
Yeah, that's to avoid blocking off our cameras to give the best possible chance of the correct decision. There's Rashid Riaz, definitely a couple of yards behind square, isn't he? I just didn't see an appeal. That's why I was surprised they went up to the third umpire. You need an appeal, remember? Into the slot, one Kiwi to the other. Kuggeleijn gets a good piece of it, but he'll feel as though he's missed out there.
He's going to think, come on, Scott, you need a boundary here, otherwise this fella's going to run you ragged.
When we were looking at that replay of them running the 3, that was Dipender Singh Ari, not even in second gear. He was trotting. Kuggeleijn was all out to sprint back for 3. Little bit of a tortoise and hare situation out there, the two batters. Royals are still on top here, but the Bolts are just gradually clawing their way back into this contest. It does look a good surface.
It does. And what you don't want to do, and Kugelein's very aware of that, especially after the conversation he's had with Hugh, is that he doesn't want to just swing and miss. He still wants to be scoring. Sometimes that can happen when you elevate a big hitter up the order, is they can spend their innings swinging and missing. And it can cost the side. He can strike him though, can Kuggeleijn.
Goes straight down the ground, a little unorthodox because he has to extend almost out of his shape.
Fortunately, this time he picks out the man at deep square leg. It is that subfielder dummy once more who takes the catch in the deep. He's enjoying his day out. The captain goes for 9, 167 for 5.
Arif Sheikh to the crease. Big LBW shout. Brave bowling your wrist spinner in the 19th, but how well has Mohamed Mohsin responded? Marvellous catch held by the subfielder Hemant Dami, who's on for Shubh Kansakar. Let's hope he's okay to bat. They'll need him with the bat, the Bolts. Is the googly not picked again? And once more it's Dami in action.
It's such a good tournament, Mohamed Mohsin. He's difficult to pick when he bowls that wrong, and that was the leg spin, and it was just the bounce because of how tall he is that led to the thick outside edge going all the way to square leg.
Well, somewhere right now in Birgunj in the Sheikh household, Mr. Sheikh and Mrs. Sheikh are having a very difficult time as to know who to cheer on. Arif posted last night, house divided, heart united. As Arif goes into the sky, deep mid-wicket out there. It's another one. It's Mohsin again. Rajbanshi takes the catch. The Bolts bouncing back into this contest. It's 173 for 6.
Pond Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Banking sector ma पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स. यसमा पोइन्ट छ. सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं.
Ball just keeps going away from him, to be fair. There's a bit of slice on it. Kugelheim has the strike for the final over.
Another. They're tumbling like a pack of cards here. And Keisher Mahato continues his fine tournament with the big wicket of Scott Kugelheim.
He crowds his stumps, Scott Kugelheim, and I almost think he'd be better off if he didn't, because that was right in the hitting zone if he stood on middle or middle and leg. So difficult to communicate in this cauldron of noise. Straight down the ground. Yours, mine, who's taking it? In the end, no one. It looks as though they're both going to be okay as I glance out the window here. Rajbanshi and Tripathi, they're both on their feet, so I think they're going to be okay.
And thank God for that, particularly with Lalit Rajbanshi, because he has had two shocking injuries that he's come back from. A knee injury that was potentially career-ending. It was MCL, it was ACL and meniscus all at the same time. And then the broken collarbone less than 12 months ago too. His fielding has improved so much. He always gives 100%. I'm just so glad that both he and Tripathi are okay. Big Maximum though gets the Royals up above 180. Everything must go. 3 deliveries left. Full toss helped into the leg side. Fielder right there. Shermala holds on to a good catch. Now both batters stare at the umpire. They want to have a look at this. It was a full toss. Was it too full? The umpires might be tempted to go upstairs and have a look.
He's missed out here. He's missed out. That you want to hit out the ground. The old full toss, middle and leg. That's a fine catch from Shermala running in. He did everything correct. Once he's taken the catch, he slid in, made sure that his elbows don't smash into the ground and the ball doesn't pop out. So Naresh goes for 8. 1-8.
One thing's for certain though, the Sudar Prashim Royals, they've posted 184 for 9 in the grand final.
This had to be one. They hadn't even turned when he started to throw the ball. Oh, the keeper has made such a hash of that. Milanta. It should have been one. They get 2. The Bolts, they've got some batting to do.
That opening partnership for the Royals, as good as it gets, set the tone for the rest of it as well.
Yeah, I think the Milanta promotion back up to open is twofold. One, because it's such a large chase, required run rate over 9 right from the off. As Singh squares up Asif Sheikh, who does look shy of confidence. And then 2, it's the Harmeet Singh factor. He's bowled so well in the power play. They want that left-hand, right-hand combination to try and counteract his threat.
Didn't pick up any wickets in the last outing, but he bowled 4 overs for just 13 runs, Harmeet Singh. He really hold the one end down.
The highest totals of the tournament. Being honest, they should have got to 200. They should have been the first team to do that in this first season of the MPL. It was a flying start, led by Saif Zaib, who played so well for his 69 off 43. Big word too for Binod Ban. He'll want his crown back at the top of the table. He'll need 2 wickets to go past Rajbanshi to end as the tournament's leading wicket taker. Don't think anyone else close to in the mix in these two teams, although a special mention for Mahato's 13 wickets in the tournament, rounding out his excellent efforts with the ball. And good news is he's got his shirt back on his back, number 42. Lovely cover drive, that'll be 4. Sparkling start from Milanta.
That's one way to face Kugelheim. He's been quick. And why not take the pressure back onto him? Melantha, he's looking good. This time coming down the track, and he did very well, just waited until the length was right for him and placed it right in the gap. That's 4 education kits to school kids, thanks to the Ensel Foundation. Tried to play the shot. It's been a couple of short and wide deliveries from Dipender Singh Airi, and this is well placed. Waited on it, had a really good base, and he gets it in front to point.
And the little arm ball that comes back in. The reason I wouldn't mind him getting a wicket, though, is just purely for 2 reasons. The noise around this ground will be outrageous, and I reckon the somersault might come out again.
Do you know if he's ever tried gymnastics? That was very impressive.
Multi-talented, no doubt. Slog swept. Gets a good piece of it, gets it all the way. The chase is very much well and truly on here. Bolts off to a flying start. It's 29 for none.
मेरो नम्बर मेरै choice. आफूलाई मन
3rd time the El Clasico's ever been played. Slog swept again. Not out of the middle, but more than enough. And oh, a big chance. At a Kalti.com crowd catch. I'm not sure it's a clean one, as 25,000 rupees just slipped through their fingers.
Tees off. Slog swept. And Asif Sheikh goes a long way. Kalti.com, our official ticketing sponsor. For every crowd catch, they give $25,000. Correction, rupees.
$25,000. Yo, where are we going? Where are we heading?
I want to be on. I'd want to be in the crowd for that one, I think.
I think you're already half on. I'll tell you something, there's not a harder crowd catch in the world than here today, because it is packed to the heavens. And this little break in play may benefit the Royals. They have got...
Yeah, much like how Binod Bhandari and Saif Ali Zaid played their cricket early on, farming the strike, taking the strike to the left-arm spinner, the off-spinner. Yeah, he's the sight to watch today. He's the sight to behold in full flow. Asif, the captain, is saying it's time to make it count.
You talk about leading from the front. You might give words of inspiration as a captain, but I tell you what, when you play an innings like this, your team tend to follow you.
Everything right about that shot. Looked to play straight, didn't try to overhit it. Good follow through of the bat. He's looking $1 million this afternoon, is Asif Sheikh, the captain. And this partnership worth 68. Can sense the pressure for the boys in yellow as well. 184 in a big final when you're chasing after losing the toss, asked to field first. Wow, it's a good turnaround and response by the Bolts.
What they've done so well is when you have a big run chase, is the required run rate can get out of hand very quickly, because you walk in a couple of quiet overs against the new ball and suddenly you look at the scoreboard and you're needing 10, 11, 12 for a long period of time.
You want to keep pace with that asking rate. He's bowling well. Needs to be careful here, Mohsin. As a batter, you don't want to be stuck in the crease, HD, to a ball that's turning.
Well, the other thing you don't want is Melantha to lose his momentum.
Yeah. Lots happening in the middle.
Well, there is turn. And it just holds and bites, doesn't it, in the pitch.
Gets off the mark. Sun's playing hide and seek at the moment here with the clouds. He's breaking out of the clouds and coming in.
Absolutely smoked this one, and no surprise, he wants the strike. He's asked Harsh Tucker to get him on strike twice. Stole this last run, and this has been put away into the stands. Saif Ali Zaib just a tad too short. And he played with the spin as this went some distance. Nearly took out the Amoda there.
It's actually gone into the practice pitches. I thought it was onto the VIP balcony. It was over it. Oh, what a strike. It was a friendly delivery. Slower through the air, dragged down, and that ball could be a while coming back. Pressure, big pressure on Zaib. Surprised that delivery was bowled because the DJ didn't notice the ball coming back and the tunes have just kept going. Great credit to Malantha. I think most batters would have pulled away there. Shows how in the zone he is.
He is in the zone. Absolutely in the zone. I mean, everything's coming right out of the middle of the bat. And he doesn't want to waste time because we've spoken about momentum and it's going his way right now. He wants to keep going.
The only thing Harsh Thakur cannot afford is a glut of dots. If he gets 10 off 10, 12 off 12, that's fine with the way Malantha's going. But Harmeet Singh had a real chance in it, but having done all the hard work by his standards, he'll be disappointed it burst through his fingers. Is that the match? Is that the game-changing moment? Has the trophy slipped through Irie's hands?
Well, this is intelligent batting from the two. They got the six, they're rotating the strike, well, they're working the gaps at the moment. And he is really channeled in right now. Lahiri Malantha, 67 off 38 deliveries.
You just sense as though that could have been the moment. It would have been the big one of Malantha, I've no doubt. Neesham would have walked in. Get Neesham, then you might get the game as well. Instead, it's 10 off the over. It's not the wicket that maybe Irie deserved, but he go back to play the game, not the occasion. This cauldron, this amphitheatre, this historic ground, and the atmosphere that none of us who are here, whether up here on the ground or in the grass banks or on the grass banks, it's got to them. Malantha's got his best score of the tournament. He started well. He may finish even better just when it mattered most. Two sold-out crowds. Malantha has stood up tall for the Bolts.
And in favour of the Bolts, Harsh Tucker also seems to be a lot more positive in the middle. Playing his natural game, 14 off 12. He's smoked one for 6. There will still be some nerves in that dugout. They know that they're close. They don't want to mess it up from here on. It's 43 from 38.
Unbelievable. Just when it matters most, you want players like Lahiru Malantha in your team. He's into the 80s.
What?
Neesham nudging and nurdling their way to victory, I don't know so much. I think if a spinner bowls to him and he fancies it, he'll want to give these people that have come to this ground something to cheer about.
Got to give it to the fans as well. The air is electric and excitement infectious as well. Not just today, all through the last 18 game days. A poor bowling. That'll be 5 wides again. Giving it away, the Royals at the moment. And Bolts are getting home without breaking a sweat at the moment. Yeah, 5 wides. 11 of 25. HD, the writing's on the wall, looks like.
They're gone. They're absolutely gone. 16 wides already, 18 extras. Too many for a final.
Everybody part of this magnificent festival here in Nepal. Season 1. The fans, the association, the stakeholders, the owners, the production, the camera persons, the curators. Everyone's played a little part in the huge success of what has been a global event. One strike away from history. Oh, this was a beautiful delivery. Slow through the air, turned as well. Tripathi absolutely clueless.
His height. Gee, this spins. Turns. He said missing off stump. I think he's got that spot on.
And the match officials as well, the umpires, what an outing they've had all through the 18 match days as well. Wow. Nicely fielded. He's put his body behind the line. That would have been 4. Very lucky to get away Harmeet. Make that 5 and 12 now. 4. 1 foot across the finishing line here for the Bolts. But they're refusing to take that second foot.
Yeah, there's nervous. There's some nervousness in the dugout. There's nerves in the middle. The Royals can make that work to their advantage. They'll be squeezing in on the single. Harsh Thakur won't want to take any more risks. He'll want the strike for the final over. Oh, it's going to go to the final over, isn't it? Thakur's going to hit it in the end. We're going to have a humdinger.
Oh dear. Spare a thought for Mayan Yadav, who's walked out. Pressure everywhere, nervous energy. HD smiling.
Well, I can see a dot. I can see a dot here. And I can see Harsh Thakur trying to finish it in one blow. And getting out. Oh.
It is. It's... Wow. We're seeing the final 4 deliveries, 5 deliveries of NPL Season 1. And a big shout out to everyone out here. It's been a festival of the Himalayas, quite literally a celebration in Nepal. HD. And it has had all of us on our feet, glued to the games, the quality of cricket. Yeah, this is the winning moment as well for the Janakpur Bolts. They create history. They emerge champions of NPL Season 1, and they've etched their names in the annals of history, forever remembered as the gold standard of achievement. The players run onto the field, and the Bolt synergy is a marvel to behold, with each member a vital cog in a well-oiled machine that churned out victories with ease. Congratulations, Janakpur Bolts.
Came in as underdogs against a side that they'd played twice and lost to twice comprehensively. For the first 10 overs, they were fetching leather, and many thought it was going to be one-way traffic. But they scrapped back, got themselves into the contest, and then a hero emerged. Lahiru Malanta playing an innings of high class, taking them to the brink. And then the Canadian Harsh Thakur taking them over the line.
We are seeing history unfold here at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. And there you have it on the board. Janakpur Bolts, champions of the inaugural edition of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League, powered by Ncell. Yes, they've been at the receiving end in the last couple of games. Yes, they received the raw end of the stick as well, but they've showed immense character. And what